welcome to the court of the Edijester. I hope you're all well. The last few days has had a Welsh flavour. I see no reason why that shouldn't continue. So we're going to go today to the Times, bless them, who have an article on an old friend. I say an old friend. It's not an old friend, it's a monster. But we'll get to that monster. In the meantime, become a warrior teacher, buy me a coffee, usual stuff. Yep, beg and bowl out. Other than that, it's a bright sunny day. I've got the window open and my shirts are on. So let's go. Springs are coming. What have we got then from the article? Well, we've got puberty blocker clinic accepted 20,000 donation from a sugar daddy. Right? Now, what clinic could that possibly be? What person from the lovely Welsh town of Abergavenny could that possibly be? Well, I wonder. Let's keep going, shall we? A private clinic that has vowed to defy an NHS directive banning the prescription of puberty blockers to children accepted a £20,000 donation from a sugar daddy who paid a male YouTuber thousands of pounds to behave like a submissive girl. Surreal. Somebody paid me £1,000 to behave like a submissive girl, I'd be away. I'd have to be all coquettish, wouldn't I? Right, so Gender GP, which is run by Dr. Helen Webberly, formerly of Abergavenny and a disgraced doctor, a GP from South Wales, has provided children as young as 9 with drugs that suppress puberty hormones following online consultations. Webberly said that her company would not be following NHS guidance issued last Tuesday, banning the prescription of puberty blockers after medical leaders concluded that there is not enough evidence to support the safety or clinical effectiveness of the drugs. Yeah, most normal people didn't need the medical people to tell us that. What should we do? Let's screw with the single most important event in a person's life that makes them an adult instead of a child. We'll screw with that. Are you sure you want to do this? Yeah, I do, yeah. Why are you doing it? Well, keeps them nice and young looking when they're 20, doesn't it? Well, who would possibly be interested in that? No idea. As a private company, Gender GP... Oh, sorry. A loophole in the guidelines means puberty blockers can be issued by private providers. How did they end up with a loophole? Campaigners have warned that children and parents could migrate from the NHS to online clinics running a Wild West operation, i.e. they're a bunch of bloody cowboys, which we know is true. As a private company, Gender GP is financed through fees paid by the families of children wishing to change their gender. Gender doesn't exist. Buzz off. And does not receive charitable donations or public funding. However, the clinic does accept donations for a fund it's set up to help those who are struggling to pay for the treatment. So, i.e., it's set up a fund to dupe gullible people into giving them money so that they can sterilise, medicalise and eventually mutilate children. How's that for a boondoggle? That's an absolute grift, isn't it, from beginning to end? Hello, is that 999? I'd like to report the medical sterilisation and mutilation of children. Oh, that's dreadful. Is this FGM? No, it's trans. Sorry. I make light, but there's nothing light about this at all. Among those who have given money to the fund is an anonymous American donor who gave $25,000, 20 grand, as part of a joint donation with a British YouTuber whom he paid to be his online sugar baby, the Times can reveal. It's like the words due diligence have left this land, never to return, as Wibbly Wobbly Webberly gets together with a diaper fetishist who pays them money to have to be able to medicalise and experiment on children. Could this be any worse? Is there anybody left in the world who doesn't see this for what it is, particularly in the West? Loads of them, gay men who would go LGBTQ, look at the Q, not LGB. We always had the T in the Q, have you? Right, yeah, you're bloody welcome to them. This is what they're doing. Diaper fetishist, sugar daddy, and a sugar baby. The world's gone bloody insane. I imagine Jennifer Billick and Genevieve Gluck are having an absolute aneurysm over this. As so should everybody. What the hell is going on? The donor, who goes by the pseudonym 10 Muses, gave Finster, a YouTuber from Birmingham with over 500,000 subscribers, thousands of pounds to undergo laser hair removal, wear an outfit with the words Daddy's Princess written on it, and sit in a child's chair when he disobeyed his commands. Yeah, and this is nothing to do with a fetish. Well, it's just madness. 10 muses also offered him money to strip on camera and undergo breast implant surgery, both of which he declined. What a surprise. Yeah, can you get naked and I'm going to pay to have some fake boobs? Right, I think we've gone a bit far here, 10 muses. What do you mean a bit far? We haven't even gone far enough yet. Are you going to get the breast implant? No. Thanks for your time, but no. I hope Mermaids is doing all right, looking after them kiddies. Finster, whose real name is Jude Howarth, is 23, initially grew an online following by making videos about computer games. He began wearing female clothing after telling his followers he would do so if he received £800 in donations from them. And people gave it to him. We got to find these people. We need a big sanitarium building program. We're going to put them all in it. I suggest a very, very large cruise ship. That'll take 3,000. 4 or 5 of them. We'll get rid of the worst of them. Goodbye. Wave. Wish me luck as you wave me goodbye. Send them off on a cruise with no captain and the engine running. Having previously described himself as a cross-dressing man, he announced this month that he had started taking feminizing hormone therapy and now uses both he and she pronouns. It's a porn-addled kid, isn't it? 23, porn-addled bloke. According to Howarth, his anonymous benefactor is a wealthy American businessman in his 40s who had previously worked as a doctor. Oh. It's outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. When Howarth told his followers last year he'd been donating £25,000 to a transgender organisation, transgender extremists, 10 muses matched the donation. Gender GP later confirmed that it had been the recipient of the donation, posting on its website that Howarth and one of his good friends had given him $50,000. The Singapore-based GP was set up in 2015 by Webberly, 54, and her husband, Michael, 57. Michael Webberly was struck off in May 2022 after a tribunal ruled that he'd been reckless in wrongly prescribing puberty blockers to a transgender 9-year-old child. There's no such thing as a transgender 9-year-old child. There is no such thing as a trans child. You, the Times, stop doing this. Right? This is just the medicalisation, sterilisation, and interfering with children's natural growth. Call it what it is. In the same year, Mrs. Webberly was issued with a 2-month suspension by the tribunal for serious misconduct. She was accused of failing to alert one of her teenage patients to the impact of puberty blockers on fertility. However, the High Court judge later quashed the ruling, leaving her free to continue practicing. Unbelievable. The capture of the judiciary, the capture of the GMC allows a doctor that is obviously unfit to be doing any of this in my book, though what do I know? I may be wrong. You can soon tell me. To do this, and yet continues to garner $50,000, 40 grand, from a fetishistic bloke who's paid a confused gender-addled incel hiding in his basement to do feminizing stuff, so he'll give him the money so he can get off on it. That just about sums up the TQ plus movement in its totality, doesn't it? Now, go off and fetishize. I'll see you later. Ta-ra, peeps!